National window and Concacaf Nations League rolls on. We come to you from Nassau, Bahamas in Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. It is Puerto Rico and Antigua and Barbuda. I'm Josh Eastern. Thanks so much for being with us here tonight. It has been a full week here in the Bahamas for Puerto Rico, playing both of their matches here in this venue. And tonight, both of these teams will close out this September window on a very warm September evening. A slight chance of rain in the forecast and a light breeze should make it a very comfortable evening for some action tonight here in Nassau. Well, a big opportunity awaits both of these sides, of course. For Puerto Rico, they started off on the right foot, getting a big win over the Bahamas last time out. Well, Antigua and Barbuda suffered a big loss at the hands of Guyana. But we will see what this game tonight has in store. Of course, these teams just facing off for the third ever time, and we will see if one of these teams can come away with the full 3 points. These two teams both played back in 2017 in the Caribbean qualifiers for the 2017 Gold Cup, although neither team has reached the Gold Cup. Now, of course, in this competition for Puerto Rico in the first edition, it started off on a bit of a rough note. They started off in League C and Group C. Of course, that was the group that also included Guatemala. They got 2 wins in that, but they also lost twice and stayed in Group C. But last year, 4 wins out of 4, and then promotion here to League B. So a big opportunity now for this Puerto Rican side to maybe make some noise here in League B and get themselves promoted up to League A. On the other side for Antigua and Barbuda, both of their CONCACAF Nations League journeys have ended 3-3. 3 wins, 3 losses in both. And that means they stay right here in League B, which is where they get started yet again. Of course, that 5-1 loss to Guyana has them in the basement of Group D here in League B. While, of course, for Puerto Rico, a 6-1 win over the Bahamas the other night has them in a very good spot. And, of course, there is another game going on right now in Group D, which is Guyana and the Bahamas. The teams are making their way out onto the field. It is Puerto Rico and Antigua and Barbuda. We'll hear the national anthems from both sides, and we'll build you up to first kick. Well, building you up to first kick, both teams singing their own national anthems as we build you up to Puerto Rico and Antigua and Barbuda here tonight from Nassau, Bahamas, and the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. The third ever meeting between Puerto Rico and Antigua and Barbuda comes here in Concacaf Nations League. And let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. Husidic Addis puts out this lineup for Puerto Rico. It's two changes from that 6-1 win over the Bahamas. Ian Silva and Juan O'Neill will enter the 11. How about Noah Hernandez? It is his 19th birthday today, and he gets a start on his birthday. Nico Cardona will be the captain for this Puerto Rican side. There's a look at our referees tonight. Melvin Matamoros will be the man in the middle of Honduras, an all-Honduran officiating crew here tonight as the two captains meet at midfield, Nico Cardona and Quentin Griffith. Plenty of goals in that Puerto Rico squad. And Joel Burgos, who scored a hat trick, he is in the starting lineup as well tonight after those 3 goals against the Bahamas. Half of the team's goals in that game just a few days ago. And on the other side for Antigua and Barbuda, Anthony Ferguson putting out this lineup. It's a 19-year-old in goal, Zaim Scott, and it also features 2 changes with Kendukar Challenger and DeAndre Bishop coming into the lineup. Raheem Deterville, he scored the lone goal in the 5-1 defeat at Guyana over the weekend. So Antigua and Barbuda looking for a bounce back, while Puerto Rico, they are looking to keep things going and potentially finish this September window at the top of Group D here in League B. Currently, Guyana and the Bahamas locked in a 1-1 draw just starting the second half. They're in Leonora, Guyana. But tonight here in Nassau, the other 2 teams in Group D are preparing for kickoff. Just waiting for the whistle. We'll get this one underway. There's the whistle, and away we go tonight from the Bahamas. It's Puerto Rico and Antigua and Barbuda. The third ever matchup between these two sides. The first here in Concacaf Nations League. These two teams will meet one more time. That will come on Saturday, November 18th, a few months from now. But here tonight, big opportunity for Puerto Rico. Try to get 2 wins out of 2, while Antigua and Barbuda fighting to get back into the thick of things in Group D and trying to finish this window not in the basement of this Group D. And these 90 minutes will tell. It's Puerto Rico in the white and blue. It is Antigua and Barbuda in the black and yellow. Of course, these teams both participating in Gold Cup qualifiers earlier this year with some moving and shaking in the Gold Cup. Antigua and Barbuda, a late add to those qualifiers in Fort Lauderdale back in June, ended up losing their first match by 5-0 against Guadeloupe, who put together a pretty good Gold Cup campaign qualifying for the group stage. On the other side for Puerto Rico, it was also a pretty successful summer, all things considered. A friendly against Curacao finished 0-0, but you go back to that game against Suriname. Suriname, probably one of the favorites in the qualifying stage to advance to the Gold Cup, but they got it 0-0 and got it to penalties. They ended up advancing on penalties 4-3 before losing a hard-fought battle to Martinique, who also put together a pretty solid Gold Cup group stage. They lost in the second round of qualifiers. So now they come into this window looking to pick up where they left off, and all things considered, a pretty solid start to their campaign over the weekend. A sliding challenge will put this out of play. A throw-in coming for Antigua and Barbuda. Foul, and this is against Antigua and Barbuda. Free kick going the way of Puerto Rico. Trying to come forward here. This will roll all the way out of play. Still looking for that connection here in the early going. Getting the start in goal, Zaim Scott. He played the 90 minutes against Guyana the other day. It's just his third cap for Antigua and Barbuda. Scott sends this upfield. Antigua and Barbuda asking for a foul. It was Kadukar Challenger who went down. A free kick will go the other way. Played over the top and out of play for DeAndre Bishop down the near side. Mostly domestic team, Antigua and Barbuda, but a few players do play abroad in Europe. A couple in the starting lineup. DeAndre Bishop plays in Croatia. Aaron Taylor Sinclair plays in Scotland. Miles Weston for Dynam and Redbridge in England. And now a chance for Wilfredo Rivera to put a cross into the box, and this picked up by Zaim Scott. Looking up in the middle, looking for Rivera. It'll fall for O'Neal. O'Neal gets it out wide. Rivera weaving. And this out of play. Leroy Graham is tracking back defensively. And it'll be the game's first corner kick. It comes for Puerto Rico. Rivera standing over this. Diaz has come short. The referee will have this retaken after a few Antigua and Barbuda players coming a bit too close. Standing at 10-yard mark as Rivera sends this in. Scott going up above everybody to hold on to this. Strong goalkeeping on the game's first corner. Forward once again. Gonna hold play up and move this out wide. The first attack for the Bena boys here today. The shot comes on and just wide. Raheem Deterville, who scored the lone goal for Antigua Barbuda the other day against Guyana, nearly finding the opener. A good move there for Antigua Barbuda. Not able to find the finish. Not able to beat Joel Serrano, who gets the start in goal tonight for El Huracan Azul. Few options ahead. This will be chipped forward. It'll fall for Wilfredo Rivera, who takes it on the first time and sends it into orbit. Well, out of play. You can see what Rivera has been wanting to do so far in this game, starting on this right side and wanting to cut in on that left foot, play it as more of an inverted winger from Husidic Aris, the manager. Taking his time here, put this back into play. The referee's making sure everybody has their shin guards on and in place. And another stoppage here. And it looks like a yellow card will go to Wilfredo Rivera. Not sure what the argument was. Maybe his socks are too low. Whatever it is, and a yellow card to the 19-year-old. A missed kick there, and here's Rivera, who has to be careful on that yellow card. He's hit down, advantage being played here as Ian Silva continues. Chance to run away. Silva had that closed down quickly. Keep this in play. Challenge put in. That's right along the touchline. Silva cleaned out there. And this will be another yellow card, but going the way of Antigua and Barbuda. It's DeAndre Bishop who now has his name taken. Already the referee has had to intervene a few times. Player on either side on a yellow card now. Teams with one shot here in the early going. Antigua and Barbuda, maybe the more dangerous opportunity so far, even though Puerto Rico has been the team in possession. Rivera touches this along. Another foul. This will be a free kick. This time it's Gerald Diaz who goes down. He also scored in that 6-1 win over the Bahamas the other day. The referee saying no more. Leroy Graham was the one who committed the foul. Alfredo Rivera tried to steal a few extra yards, but the referee not having it. He knows where the foul took place. Rivera is ready. Two-man wall protecting that near post. Rivera all the way to the back post and over everybody's head and out of play. Nothing doing on the set piece for Puerto Rico. Scott sends this away. Going to go route one, but this headed clear by Aaron Taylor Sinclair. One of the more experienced players in the starting lineup tonight. 32-year-olds, 9 caps. Nobody has Quentin Griffith beat, 73 caps, the 31-year-olds. Play this down the left side, and just running out of room. Quentin Griffith, his 74th cap tonight. Still trying to catch Peter Byers, who is the top goal scorer and most capped player for Antigua and Barbuda with 93 caps and 44 goals. Not sure Griffith will catch him in goals. We need quite a few. Oh, and a loose pass and turned over. Here comes Antigua and Barbuda. The pass, though, off the mark. Miles Weston trying to go very quick there. It didn't quite come off. Here's O'Neill. And Hernandez. Good turn. And now some pressure coming from behind. The referee said that was clean, but Puerto Rico win it right back. A few misplaced passes, and Cardona will go all the way back to Joel Serrano. Looking for that long ball over the top yet again. Not too far. Puerto Rico, they've been knocking it around quite a bit, but it seems like when they get a bit impatient, they look for that route one ball over the top. It hasn't quite come off yet. Moved out wide for Rivera. Rivera fouled. Leroy Graham, who is putting himself in the good graces of the referee here in the opening 14 minutes. Rolled in behind. Hernandez making the run forward. The cross in the middle. It's buried. The opening goal for Puerto Rico. Great service in from the left, and no doubts about the finish. Joel Burgos picking up right where he left off. And Puerto Rico lead 1-0 here in the 15th minute. Cardona playing with his head up. Just able to slip this in behind. And once Hernandez turned the corner, a great finish. It's Gerald Diaz who gets the goal. He also scored in that game against the Bahamas the other day. So Diaz gets the goal to put Puerto Rico up 1-0, and now quickly off the kick. Looks like nothing coming of it as they continue to play on. Gerald Diaz doing well for himself now here in Nations League. Came into this competition with 4 international goals. Now has 6 with goals in the first 2 matches. 24-year-olds. Diaz, who is currently unattached, but last played in Spain for Buñol. Rivera. This one lofted forward, and it's taken there by Zaim Scott. Long over the top. Serrano comes out to head this away. And then trying to catch him off his line yet again. Serrano, it's an easy take. It's a foul and a free kick on the far side for Puerto Rico. And down the line. The cross fired in. It's headed into the air. Graham was there initially for Antigua Barbuda. Failure to clear this. It falls for Rivera. Alfredo Rivera. Going to get the cross away. He's clipped from behind. That is a free kick and a yellow card. Leroy Graham. It's now a few times the referee has warned him. Now has his name taken. Rivera's been causing plenty of trouble here on this near side. Just kicking at his heels. There was Graham early, no question about it. Nico Cardona, the captain, talking with the referee. Graham's name taken, and now a free kick for Puerto Rico. Trying to add on to this 1-0 advantage. They scored 6 goals the other day. They're off to a pretty good start here today in terms of chance creation. It's the goal scorer, Gerald Diaz, standing over this. Couldn't get it by the first man. Rivera is up for it. It came off his heel when he was laying on the ground. Keeps the chance alive. Diaz, the cross, cleared away, and then his touch is over the end line. Probably could have just let that run out for a corner kick. Instead, it's a goal kick back to Antigua Barbuda. Flipped along. And one back. One shot Antigua Barbuda did create was inches away from nestling in the corner. Aside from that, it has been a struggle for them to come forward. It's mostly just been this sort of play. They haven't been able to get those crucial touches in the meaningful areas. Silva moves it along, and here's Rivera yet again. He's been busy in this first 21 minutes. again. It looks like he was. And Leroy Graham could be in trouble. Rivera getting back to his feet, but he is not pleased about what has transpired here. He has been fouled left and right. Rivera, who currently is playing with Orlando City B in MLS Next Pro, the second team of Orlando City in Major League Soccer in the United States. It's 2 goals for Orlando City B so far this year. 20 appearances. Zulia for Cardona. Hernandez. Here's Cardona. The whistle comes. There was offside in that last sequence of play as we pass the midway point of this first 45 minutes. And it looks like a substitution is coming. That is the end of the night for Leroy Graham. Anthony Ferguson is not messing around here tonight, and he is making an early substitution. Graham, who is nearly sent off just moments ago. His night is done. Toure Kirby will be coming on. That's the first sub of this game. And now up to the near side. The shot is cleared away. Put it in a dangerous area. But cleared away. Puerto Rico lived to see another day with a 1-0 advantage. Just a good ball out wide for DeAndre Bishop to attack. Put it in a good area, and now it's the first corner kick. Ball sent in, the heads go up to the far side, and the shot is deflected out of play. Corner kick coming. For Kirby, who just came onto the field, his international debut here for Antigua Barbuda. Kirby, the 21-year-old who plays for the Villa Lions in Antigua and Barbuda, as do a few other of these players. Second corner kick, this time headed away and all the way out to midfield. Out of play, and a throw-in will go Puerto Rico's way. Played out wide, and again coming forward. Pass just off the mark, and a foul will give it back the other way. Possession in this game well in favor of Puerto Rico, 65% of it. Flick down the line, and space to run into. The cross into the middle. It's left there. Wilfredo Rivera puts it wide. Darren Rios was leading the charge for Puerto Rico. It was a kind deflection right to Rivera, who could not find the finish. Another look at it here. Just a misplay there by Kirby, who just came onto the field. Flicked along. Something here for the Bena boys. That cross was not what they were looking for. Another look at this sequence of play. Kwame Kirby expected to do better than that defensively, but I think Rivera wants that one back as well. Acrobatic clearance and out for a throw-in. Puerto Rico building through the lines yet again. Hernandez not on the same page as he puts it out of play. That came off the referee. It'll be a drop ball to Puerto Rico. Play this right through the middle. Some contact there. Referee says no. Puerto Rico been knocking on the door, just have not yet broken through for a second goal. First goal, very well made. Hernandez, birthday assist. And another goal for Gerald Diaz. Antigua Barbuda trying to get something going offensively. Just one shot in this game so far. Well, a couple of corner kicks a few minutes ago. Gave them a few good chances. Pushed out wide. Now trying to cut this back. The cross comes in. The header's down and wide. That was much better from Antigua Barbuda. Bena boys starting to make it happen just a little bit more now. Joshua Parker getting closer and closer for Antigua Barbuda. Puerto Rico look to build out here yet again. One there for Serrano to handle, but he does well and gets rid of it. That's a foul, and it's Kirby. Rivera, who is the one still down. And here it is again. Bit of a clumsy challenge there by Kirby. Kwame Kirby was given a yellow card in that last sequence, and now it's another foul and a free kick to Puerto Rico. Here's Silva. He'll work it around. Silva. It's a decision. It should be a throw into Puerto Rico. Silva yet again. Moved out wide. Silva. Now Rivera. Touch tight defending this time from Bishop as it's lofted forward and taken away. For Zaim Scott, who gets rid of it. Hernandez goes to ground. No whistle. Antigua Barbuda get it back anyway. They move it out wide. Can he keep this in play? Doesn't look like it. He may have pulled up as well. Yeah, he's calling for a sub, it looks like. That is a tough one for Miles Weston. Right to that quad. The 35-year-old's could be in some trouble. He's going down. Yeah, he motioned right away that he wanted the sub. We'll see if he is okay to continue on, but early indications not good. Another look at how Puerto Rico got on the board. A great finish there. Plenty of power behind it, even though it was from about 5 yards out. Gerald Diaz was more about the service in from Noe Hernandez. Drop ball will put this back in play. 10 minutes to go until halftime. Goal coming in the 15th minute from Gerald Diaz. Flag was coming up for offside anyway as this rolls out of play. Now up to 3 shots, and there is the substitution. Well, this leaves Anthony Ferguson and Antigua Barbuda in a really tough spot now. That's Javorn Stevens coming onto the field. And of course, the end of the night for Miles Weston. They've already used now 2 of their substitution windows. There's the early sub with Kwame Kirby coming on for Leroy Graham. Now with Weston coming off. Just one substitution window left for the rest of this game. I'm sure now we'll see maybe one sub at halftime, but see how it all shakes out here. Javon Stevens, experienced international, 23 caps coming into Nations League with 1 goal. He's for the Green Bay Hoppers in Antigua Barbuda. As Rivera goes down, it's a penalty. Kirby the one committing the foul, and Rivera continuing to torment this back line for Antigua and Barbuda. A chance for Puerto Rico to double this lead here in the late stages of this first half. Again, that long ball has been something that they've used quite a bit. Plenty of contact there from Kirby. And now a chance to go to the spot. Like that is Ricardo Rivera. He also got a goal in the game against the Bahamas in this same venue the other day, a 6-1 win. Rivera trying to make it 2 goals here for Puerto Rico. Rivera hesitates, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. It's 2-0. To Puerto Rico. His second goal of Nations League. And now up to 11 international goals in his career. A little hesitation. And Scott, after that, had already committed. No chance to keep that one out. Another challenge put in, and this is a straight red card. A heavy challenge put in there on Ricardo Rivera. The trainer's out immediately. The trainer's onto the field as quick as the referee went to his pocket and pulled out red. That was a rash challenge. It's Quentin Griffith who will be sent off, the captain. Another look at the penalty. Rivera, who scored the penalty, the one who is being helped up to his feet after that challenge. This will be a free kick now for Puerto Rico. Under 5 minutes to go in this first half. correction on the red card. Roneba Cordice is the one who got the red card, not Quentin Griffith. So Cordice, his night is over. And now a set piece opportunity here for Puerto Rico. Chance to hit this from distance. It's right into the wall. Cordice the one sent off. The captain Griffith did not commit that challenge. Puerto Rico now up 2 goals and up a man. This is going to get a bit more difficult here for Antigua Barbuda. Remember, this is a team that has been in League B in both previous editions of Nations League. It's Puerto Rico, the team that is new here to League B, but they are putting themselves very nice. As now Rivera puts this in the middle. It's saved initially. It's still loose, and now it's in. It's a 3rd goal for Puerto Rico. Chaos in the box, but 3 goals. Looks like Ricardo Rivera was the one to score it. It's a brace for Rivera. And let's look at this whole sequence again. Wilfredo Rivera got it out wide. Trying for that fancy finish was Ian Silva. Maybe an appeal for a penalty there, but advantage played on. And the man who started the whole move ended it as well. There was a good argument there for a penalty as Joel Burgos went down, but Ricardo Rivera with 2 goals now in this first half. For a team that conceded 5 goals in their game the other day, Antigua Barbuda is not looking good again here today. I can also tell you Guyana has a 3-2 advantage over the Bahamas. That game just about to wrap up in the 90th minute, and if this score holds and that score holds, Guyana and Puerto Rico will both be on 6 points going into the October window. That would make it pretty much a 2-team race for that promotion spot. And still 4 games to go for every team. Bahamas and Antigua and Barbuda will just be trying to avoid relegation at that point, which makes still the 2 matches to come between those teams very important upcoming. And the 2 games coming up in the October window for Antigua and Barbuda are both against the Bahamas, which also means Puerto Rico and Guyana will face off twice. A couple of very important home and homes coming in the month of October here in League B and Group D. Past the 45th minute, we'll see how much stoppage time we get. That's a handball. It is 3 minutes of stoppage time they'll be added on. Looking to roll this in behind. Options to pick out in the middle, but it's cleared away first. Foul. Joshua Parker going to ground, relieving some of that pressure. doing for Antigua Barbuda. It's the first half that probably want to forget. It has been a tough go of it. Diaz. It's going Puerto Rico's direction. See whether it's a throw or a foul. It's a throw in here. It's Silva. Zulia just waiting for any sort of pressure from Antigua and Barbuda. Everybody's sitting back behind the ball. Another throw-in coming for Puerto Rico. Time for one more Puerto Rico attack. Chipped over the top, deflecting out of play. And that will bring this first half to a close. Well, all Puerto Rico in this first half. Ricardo Rivera opened the score, Gerald Diaz opened the scoring in the 15th minute. Ricardo Rivera finished it though with a plum in this first 45 minutes. 2 goals in the 39th and the 43rd has Puerto Rico up 3 goals and also up a man. It's halftime here from Nassau, Bahamas. Puerto Rico 3, Antigua and Barbuda 0. First half highlights, Concacaf Nations League action, Puerto Rico and Antigua and Barbuda. And this is how the scoring got started for Puerto Rico in that first 45 minutes. Noe Hernandez connecting with Gerald Diaz to open the scoring for Puerto Rico in the 15th minute. A great assist there from the far side on Hernandez's 19th birthday. And Diaz was there to finish it off. Wilfredo Rivera was just a menace in that first 45 minutes for Puerto Rico, and he drew quite a few fouls. This was one of them, and it turned into a yellow card for Leroy Graham. There were also a few ventures forward for Antigua and Barbuda in the first half. This one of them, and cleared away by Nico Cardona. And as the half continued on, Puerto Rico getting more and more opportunities. This fell for Wilfredo Rivera, although he was not able to finish that one off. And then foul put in by Kwame Kirby. Puerto Rico chances continuing. Wilfredo Rivera yet again, this time pushed in the back by Kwame Kirby. It would be Ricardo Rivera to step to the spot here in the 39th minute. He would send the goalkeeper the wrong way and add a second goal for Puerto Rico. Scoring wouldn't stop there. He's finishing off a great move. Rivera into the middle. Ian Silva trying for the backheel shot. It was Joel Burgos who couldn't get his across the line, but Ricardo Rivera was there. A nifty finish there from Rivera to complete his first half brace. Just lifting that over everybody and into the roof of the net to make it 3-0 in favor of Puerto Rico. That coming in the 43rd minute of play. It's his third goal of this Concacaf Nations League.
Gentlemen, please witness the best moments of our campaign and talk followers on TikTok and Concacaf. And just to remind Pizarro is proud to be the official part of Concacaf Nations League by flying over 160 destinations worldwide with Concacaf.
Getting set for the second 45 minutes of action here. We're in Nassau, Bahamas in Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. League B Group D action between Puerto Rico and Antigua and Barbuda. Antigua and Barbuda down to 10 men and also down 3 goals. It is going to be quite an uphill climb in this second half as we get it underway here tonight. Antigua and Barbuda didn't have a whole lot going for them in that first 45 minutes. 3 players picked up yellow cards. Of course, Roneba Cordice was the one that picked up a straight red card for his challenge on Ricardo Rivera. That's a foul on the far side. Ricardo Rivera scoring a brace. Gerald Diaz also adding in a goal. Just 3 total shots in that half for Antigua and Barbuda. They did have a few good opportunities, but Puerto Rico have really been the dominant side in this game, it is fair to say. And here's Rivera. Alfredo Rivera. Here's the shot, deflecting off the post and in. A second goal for Gerald Diaz. And Puerto Rico wastes no time adding a 4th goal. Puerto Rico in a celebratory mood tonight in the Bahamas. They scored 6 goals in this venue over the weekend, and they are well on their way to running up the score here again. Zaim Scott frozen to his spot. Rivera keeping the play alive. And Diaz with the perfect finish. Came into this competition with 4 international goals. He is now up to 6. Pardon me, 7. Add another one. He scored the other day as well. So 4 goals for Puerto Rico tonight. And for Antigua and Barbuda, they just have not had much resistance. The other game in this group did finish Guyana 3, Bahamas 2. So assuming this one stays as it is, as this is flicked over to the far side, a chance for another, and this one's pushed away. Zaim Scott makes a big save and denies Gerald Diaz of a hat trick. And now Darren Rios will stand over this corner kick. Play this short. Hernandez. For Stevens to try to run away with this, but you saw all those white shirts, and Wilfredo Rivera comes away with it for Puerto Rico. As you mentioned with that Guyana-Bahamas score, Puerto Rico and Guyana would currently both be on 6 points, and that would go into the October window where those teams will play each other twice over a 3-day span, a 4-day span. Those 2 games, I think it's probably safe to say, could decide the group winner. Still a lot of games left to be played, though. 4 in total, 2 in the October window, 2 more in the November window. That's when the reverse fixtures will take place of the matches that took place during this window. The winners of each group in Group B promoted to League A. Hernandez. Cross coming in, looking for a second assist. Oh, it's a bicycle kick and it's over the bar. That coming out of seemingly nowhere, and not a bad effort. Left Quentin Griffith down. Hernandez just trying to put this in a dangerous area. What an attempt for Joel Burgos. Had a hat trick in that game against the Bahamas the other day. Moved ahead yet again. It's Rivera, and it's saved. Zaim Scott coming well off his line to keep that one out. Another cross coming in as the heads go up. It's deflected out of play. Corner kick, Puerto Rico yet again. Played all the way to the back post and headed down. Quickly won back. Puerto Rico up to 11 shots now. They have 4 shots in the opening 5 minutes. Hernandez. Play. Well, this window just continuing on a very positive summer and into here early fall for Puerto Rico. Didn't make the Gold Cup group stage, but definitely made some waves across the Concacaf region. As this is slipped in behind again, Wilfredo Rivera headed away. Beating Suriname in a penalty kick shootout, hanging tough with Martinique as well in the second round of Gold Cup qualifiers. A promotion here to League B as well, going 4-0 in League C in the last edition of Nations League. A lot of young talent on the field tonight as well. That's a foul with Cardona. Oldest player in the starting lineup tonight, 26. That's Ricardo Rivera, who has 2 goals, of course. The captain, Nico Cardona, just 24 years old. Of course, Eric Valentin, the experienced MLS international. Currently playing for Minnesota. As part of his team during Gold Cup qualifiers. Some experience there. Foul from behind, and a free kick will go Antigua Barbuda's way. And Nico Cardona committing the foul. Lofted in, still bouncing around, appeal for handball on the turn, it's off the crossbar. So many players for Antigua Barbuda were complaining about a handball, and they still had a chance to put that in the back of the net. That's the decision here. It looks like a throw into Puerto Rico. Now it looks like the decision is being reversed. Long throw, flicked along. Loose in the middle, the shot fired over the bar. Raheem Deterville, who scored the goal in the game against Guyana over the weekend. Played into the corner, and that's a foul. Free kick. Free kick coming for Puerto Rico, 10 minutes in to this second half, and already a goal in this second half. Hernandez standing over it. Lofting this into the back post. Scott couldn't get anything on it. And cleared all the way out to midfield. And a whistle will stop play. Looks like a player's down in the area for Antigua and Barbuda. Look at that appeal for handball. They might have an argument there. And yet they still almost scored as it Deterville put it off the crossbar. Back into play. Puerto Rico get it rolling yet again. Moved out wide. Rivera. That's a foul. And a yellow card. Yellow card just mounting. That is now the fourth yellow card of the game, and that is a red card because it's DeAndre Bishop. He is sent off, and Antigua and Barbuda are down to 9 men. So that's the end of the night for DeAndre Bishop now. 2 red cards in this game. Reneba Cordice and DeAndre Bishop. Only 1 substitution window remaining for Antigua and Barbuda. And now having to play with just 9 men. Bishop will have to make the slow walk all the way around. And a couple of subs coming. Isaac Enking, along with Jaden Cervania, will be coming on, the North Carolina FC man Cervania. And that is the end of the day for Wilfredo Rivera. A very strong performance for him. Will also be the end for Juan O'Neill. Strong showing from both of those players. Enking, who is currently without a club. Well, Cervania has been playing this year for North Carolina FC, the league leaders in USL League One, the 3rd division of soccer in the United States. Enking came into this competition with 7 caps and 4 goals. Looking to add to that, Cervania does have 1 goal to his name in his international career. A few fresh legs on for Puerto Rico as we reach the hour mark. Collected in the middle, Burgos. Right through the middle, Rivera. Rivera sends it centrally and has it cleared, but Puerto Rico quick to get back on it. Of course, with 9 players on the other side of the field, expect this to be pretty much what we get for most of the remainder of this one. Cross coming in, chested down, Isaac Anking keeps it moving. Cervania, Jaden Cervania saved. It's still loose. Cervania dancing on the ball. Here's Anking. All the way back, and a foul came before. Well worked move, Rivera, Anking, and then Cervania. Got it back onto that right foot and couldn't beat Zaim Scott at his near post. Hernandez. It's rolling out of play. Trying to get something going, but it just isn't happening at the moment for Antigua Barbuda as this is cleared away. Quentin Griffith has had to move back to that back line after a couple of red cards. And this is a very important final 27 minutes for Antigua Barbuda as Puerto Rico come forward again. Hernandez is it blocked down. All the way back to Serrano. Goal difference currently, the live goal difference for the Bahamas is -6. For Antigua Barbuda, -8. You don't want that to get -9, -10, because then you have to make up all that ground to avoid relegation come November. That was a handball, and it's a free kick coming for Puerto Rico. Who is going to take this? Anking and Cervania are standing around it. 2 substitutes. Scott organizing. See what the decision is. Touch it in play. Anking deflected out. Played it a bit nonchalant there, but they do get a corner kick out of it, and Jaden Cervania will stride over and take this. quickly put it back into play. Anking. Still loose, going down in the box, but no foul. Might be a lonely second half here for Joel Serrano. Probably play up towards midfield for most of the half as just an extra field player. There he is in your picture again. Rios for Anking, and Rios was fouled. That is the 20th foul of the game for Antigua Barbuda. And that goes along with the 4 yellow cards and 2 red cards. One of them a double yellow. Laid down the line, Rivera, and it's another corner kick coming. 5th corner kick of the game for Puerto Rico. And towards the top of the area, chipped in, still available. Zulia. Silva plays it out wide. Space for Anking. There's always going to be space for Puerto Rico. 11 on 9. Hernandez. Puerto Rico just continuing to hold on to the ball. Rivera can slide that in, and it's cleared back out to midfield. Now coming into the box, Anking lays this off again. Anking gets it back. Hernandez deflected out of play. Corner kick. Another corner kick. It's an in-swinger this time. Falls for Anking, blocked down. All Antigua and Barbuda can do is just send this back towards midfield. All the way out for a throw-in. Over the top. Antigua and Barbuda just trying to get something going forward. It's their first venture forward in maybe 20 minutes. Scott holds on to this. Can they hold on to possession down to 9 men? Racing through the middle. Antigua and Barbuda asking for a foul. Looks like it'll just be a throw in there. Quentin Griffith not too pleased. A lot of frustration on this Antigua and Barbuda side, and that's a fair thing to have. Anking looking to lop this over the top. Scott just is able to get this, and now words being exchanged. Joel Burgos just trying to get on the end of that. And Zane Scott took exception. For Puerto Rico, there's really no need for this. You could see Isaac Anking saying, what are you doing? We're up 4-0. We're up 2 men. They've had complete control in this second half. No reason to ruffle the feathers anymore. Burgos and Scott will come together with our referee Melvin Matamoros. All is good that ends well. Anking. Hernandez. Puerto Rico continue to hold possession. Cervania. Cervania gets it back under a bit of pressure. Tries to turn out of it. He thought he was fouled. No whistle. He stays down. And Antigua Barbuda now racing away, and maybe a chance to counter. Is this an opportunity to get on the board? The shot is wide. Raheem Deterville. That's the best chance they've had since going down to 9 men. Great ball chipped in behind from Quentin Griffith, right into the path of Deterville. Just not able to find something on target. Rios. Moved out wide again. Silva towards goal, and this one, did he get a touch on it? No, he did not. It's a goal kick. All the way back to Scott, who has to clear this over the top. Bouncing all the way through for Serrano. Hernandez. Rios plays it infield. Cardona trying to move it back out wide for Hernandez. Coming out of play, it's a throw-in. to hit this from distance, and a good effort from Ian Silva. And Zaim Scott able to hold on to it as we're into the final 15 minutes tonight from Nassau. This will end up being a very frustrating 2 games for Antigua and Barbuda. Team that's been in this League B now for the first 2 editions of Nations League, under very heavy threat now to go down to League C. So 4 games to go though for both of these teams. Long way to go. Puerto Rico put themselves in a very good spot. Chance at promotion. It's put back into play, lofted forward. Antigua and Barbuda looking for something. Turn this back. Deterville. Chance to move it out wide for Drew. Drew to the end line. Blocked down. It's a corner kick coming for the Benna boys. It's the captain, Quentin Griffith, standing over it. Griffith delivers. Serrano there to punch it away. He went to ground. Now Rivera trying to play it down the line. You hear the shout to just hold it up, but Antigua and Barbuda get it right back. Deflected cross, and Puerto Rico can now settle things once again. Playing through the lines, again cleared. Looking to cut this in. Antigua Barbuda have almost no one as an outlet. Deterville though, how about that? Some hard running. And a foul committed by Cardona. Oh, it's tough to find some inspiration. Down 4-0 with only about 10 minutes to go. Down a couple of men. That's good to see. All the way back to Scott. He'll just send it well over the top. Just trades hands with the opposing goalkeeper, Serrano, He lets it bounce out for a goal kick. Puerto Rico looking for more. They scored 6 in the game against the Bahamas the other day, and they do a similar number here today. They have 10 minutes to still find a few more. Hernandez, it's available for Anking to hit, and he kind of scuffs his shot. Deterville, the lone outlet man for Antigua Barbuda. Now a few other black shirts coming back. That's a foul. It'll be a free kick to Antigua and Barbuda. Three subs coming. Daniel Cruz Jr., Adrian Rosario, and Ben Donato will be coming on. The end of the night for Rodolfo Zulia. Looks like Ricardo Rivera also coming off the field. And the other one, Rodolfo Zulia. And Noe Hernandez as well. Adrian Rosario, the 16-year-old coming on. Big opportunity for him here tonight. His international debut. For Ben Donato, he got on the field in that 6-1 game against the Bahamas. This play down the line. Donato. This will run out of play. Cruz also played 1 minute in that game the other day against the Bahamas. So only one debut, but three very young players coming onto the field. Donato, 18 years old. Cruz, 18 as well. And Rosario, the youngest of the bunch, at 16. On the turn, Antigua and Barbuda, something here. Nothing came of it as they are preparing two subs as well. Shalon Knight, Mohammed Hakeem. Puerto Rico has used all 5 of their subs. This is the last substitution window, and there will be 4 subs used in this game by Anthony Ferguson and Antigua and Barbuda. End of the night for Raheem Deterville. Only player who has scored in this window. The other player off, Concacaf challenger. Shalon Knight also playing in that game the other day against Guyana. The final 5+ minutes here. Cervania still coming. Cervania. And cleared away. Rosario plays it out wide, and Puerto Rico come forward again. Cardona. Here's Donato. Down the line. The cross taken by Zaim Scott. Well, he's been a busy man tonight in goal for Antigua Barbuda. Shot count up to 17 for Puerto Rico. That's a foul once again. This time it's Javorn Stevens going down. A free kick to Antigua Barbuda in the final 4 minutes. This will put Puerto Rico on top of the group. It'll be 10 goals as well. Floated towards goal. Serrano had to go up amongst everybody to bring that down. Just at a quick glance of every team, whether that be in League A, B, or C, Puerto Rico have scored the most. And Guyana tied for the second most with 8 goals. St. Martin in League C has also done the same. And maybe another chance, although the flag is up for offside. This will be waved off. Two of the 3 highest scoring teams both happen to be in the same group, Puerto Rico and Guyana. St. Martin, the only other team that has scored 8 goals to go along with Guyana. Puerto Rico up to 10. They've only conceded 1. It's a foul. Flicked along, and nobody making the run. Runs all the way through for Joel Serrano. Neba Corday sent off in the first half. DeAndre Bishop sent off in the second half, both for Antigua and Barbuda. Another look at this opportunity and whether it was offside. It looks like Ian Silva was in that offside position. Silva, Puerto Rico want to add another. Anking has options. Silva, the cross comes in, well defended by Zafik Drew. We'll see if they add on any stoppage time. Another cross coming in. Flag stays down. And it's another one for Puerto Rico. It's the cherry on top. It's 5 goals. And they have had a successful week here in Nassau. It's 2 wins out of 2 to start this new edition of Concacaf Nations League. Cervania started the whole move. A nifty finish as well. looks like that indeed is Gerald Diaz. He completes his hat trick. So it was Joel Burgos the other day against the Bahamas to score a hat trick. Today it's Gerald Diaz. Just the second goal of this second half, and they'll try for the shot right off the kickoff as it's out of play, and we are into 3 minutes of stoppage time. One more chance forward. It doesn't look like it for Antigua Barbuda. 5-0 in favor of Puerto Rico. Going down to 10 men was going to be an uphill battle. Going down to 9 men made that hill even steeper. And Puerto Rico still coming forward. Can they score 6 in both of their first 2 matches? They have a chance to do that here in the final 80 seconds. Long switch of play. Just kept in play. Smashed all the way out to midfield. Cervania. 2 black shirts converged, and he was fouled. It's a free kick here for Puerto Rico. This will probably be their last attack of the game. A few options to take this as well. Cervania, Diaz, Cardona also standing over it. Cardona runs away from it. It's either Cervania or Diaz. It's Jaden Cervania, and it's over the bar. Plenty of power behind it to score from that sort of distance. And the referee will bring this to a close. 6 points in 2 matches for Puerto Rico, and tonight a dominant display. Their first shutout of this Nations League as they get a big-time win. It's a hat trick for Gerald Diaz, Ricardo Rivera, a first-half brace as well. Full time here from Nassau. Puerto Rico 5, Antigua and Barbuda 0. Full-time highlights from this League B Group D clash between Puerto Rico and Antigua and Barbuda. And the chances were early and often for Puerto Rico. This, the first goal of the game, coming in the 15th minute from Gerald Diaz. The assist from Noah Hernandez on his 19th birthday. And that got Puerto Rico off the mark in the early going. Gerald Diaz, the first of his 3 goals. And then a few minutes later, in the 39th minute, Ricardo Rivera steps to the spot. Little hesitation, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and gets the first of his 2 first-half goals. The chances would keep on coming. Just 4 minutes later, Wilfredo Rivera starting the whole move. A ball saved twice, and then Rivera cleaning up the scraps, just chipping that into the top corner and giving Puerto Rico a 3-0 advantage going into halftime. Clinical finish here from Rivera, just to lift that over everybody and into the back of the net. Come the second half, the chances would still be there, and it didn't take long for Gerald Diaz to get the scoring started. Scoring in the 46th minute off the inside of the post. Diaz gets his 2nd goal of the game, so at that point it was Diaz and Rivera both with braces. There would still be more in this game, and of course Cordice was sent off in the first half for Antigua and Barbuda. Bishop in the second half. They didn't have many opportunities, did this Antigua and Barbuda side, but they did have this one come off the crossbar, the closest they came to scoring on the night, and just not able to get the job done at the end of the day. This one lifted over the bar. There would still be more in this game from Puerto Rico. Late on, Diaz there to complete his hat trick. A successful window for Puerto Rico as they get the full complement of 6 points. And for Gerald Diaz, a team-high 4 goals to end this window. Now, full-time from Nassau, a dominating performance for Puerto Rico as they win 6-1 the other night and now 5-0 here tonight. I'm Josh Eastern saying so long. It finishes Puerto Rico 5, Antigua and Barbuda 0.